The box is one of the most brilliant training tools that you could possibly have in your gym. If you have nothing else other than a cardboard box, you have an immense amount of training. So right now we're going to start off looking at this particular video. You see he has no clue what I'm asking for. I'm just asking him because we're starting with a low box. It's about 18 inches, 20 inches square, and the side is about 1.5 inches. I use this for puppies, I use this for adult dogs, and most importantly, I use it for seniors because that 1.5 inch lip for some dogs is a lot, and they make it big enough that they can get in. Obviously, you can't have a Great Dane size box, although you could, but you really just want it nice and easy to step into. The texture is different. So you can see as we've been going, he's been going back and forth, and you'll see a light thing going forward. I'm actually tossing treats into the box, so when he gets in, the clip marks a foot going into the box, a nose, an ear, anything like that. So I've just stepped up my criteria for him because he was offering it pretty easily. And you see how he's just kept his 2 front feet in there. Moving the back ones in there. But right now I'm marking only 2 front feet going in. And I'm clicking when they get in. So, change the criteria again because he's pretty quick when he catches onto these things. So, now we're going to move to a different dog. Same dog, different box. So my criteria goes back down to the bottom. So it's 2 front feet in or a nose. The sides on this box are about 6 inches, between 5 and 6 inches high. So they're between a third to a half. No, they're about a half to 2/3 high up to his elbows. So for a dog this size, you really wouldn't want to go much more than this. An inch, maybe another 1.5 inches, but that's it. Did you see how very carefully he lifted that foot out? Because he knows now it's in the box. My treat is actually outside the box, which is why he's moving around. Every once in a while they miss. The 6-inch side helps a lot. That's a boy. So that's the puppy. So it's a pretty easy exercise. You can do it. You can do it anywhere. Now we've gone to a bigger dog. Now it is a very different process for her. So I'm luring the first time, so it's like her giraffe neck. She can get the treat without putting a foot in. So that's one thing to remember. And that behavior you just saw, because the setters are pointing dogs, she's actually going on point. And she's a good catcher, so every once in a while she catches the treat before it gets to the box. So she knows it's there. So 1 foot in, 2 feet in. So nose is working. On point. Foot in, rewarded. So I always toss the treat so she has to get it out of the box. Feet in. Foot in. So now see, she's not dancing around as much. She's not moving around as far. There, and she just quickly went, okay, so it's 2 front feet and just waited for it to go, and that's what you want to see. See, very different from the smaller dog. So I've upped my criteria, and I'll let you watch for a bit. Good girl. That's my other dog's tail on the crate. So it was a pretty quick turnaround. She got rear feet in and then she stepped out and flipped back in for her 2 feet. So Now, one of the things that the challenges, and you do have to know your dog pretty well, is there's ventilation in this room, and because she's a dog, an air center, it looks like she's not paying attention to the box, but it's because the scent of the treat is actually being carried by the ventilation systems to somewhere else. So you see, she got it, but because she's moving through, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I took an opportunity just to say, okay, you know what? As soon as you put your feet in that box, I'm going to give you a couple of rewards for that. So there. So she doesn't quite get that she's got to stop with her feet in there. So there, and that size box is 24-inch box. I can get all 4 feet in there. Her back is nice and straight. And that's where I finish with her. So the next dog that I'm going to show you is 9.5, 10 years old. She has done a bunch of this type of stuff, but she hasn't actually done the box. And you can see with the white line there, it's a little bit easier to see how tall the box is on her. So she's going to get marked she is going to put her head in more than her feet to start with. That's simply because that's the way she is. Again, she's scenting more than the puppy did, so she's going to get marked for that. And bonused because she leaped in and she stayed in. So I'm pretty quick on getting the treats in. If they hop in like that, I get a treat in there as fast as I can so that they get it a little bit quicker. And she, same as the puppy, is offering a backup. So very quick to get it's in the box. And she just hop right in. So I'm still, you'll see the treats coming back and forth. And she is older, so she's more experienced on her learning skills, which is why she got to that pause in the box a bit quicker. She understands she processes it a little bit quicker. So there, very, very quick. So what I've done is I've actually backed her up about 5 feet away from the box. I want my dogs to be always playing, and it's a game. So you see now we've gone more to a game. It's like race to the box, hop in. And they can literally be made of anything. The next two dogs you're going to see, they're doing a rally obedience working level exercise. It's actually send the dog to a box from 15 or 20 feet, I've forgotten, and then send to a jump. Now, in this particular organization, you can have the jumps as no height whatsoever. So ignore the jumps, but it's sent to the box. So you want to make an awesome game that involves moving and going to a box once you've got it. This is an absolutely brilliant exercise. But you don't start at 15 feet away. You start it like your box work. You start it right up beside. So it's a nice visual marker, white on green grass, and you can do it inside, outside, whatever works for you. But it's another game with a box.
That kind of takes the fun out of it.
And for those of you not familiar with agility, this is one method of training running contacts. Literally, I'm doing the same as the cardboard box. I'm tossing a treat into that box, and he's already learned to go through those hoops straightforward. So I had to laugh when I was doing this because the next few seconds is going to look like watching an ad where the dog just runs by, and literally that's what he's doing. So he's getting rewarded for running through the box, for jumping in, making sure his hind feet touch the box. Now, as you can tell, sometimes it doesn't always work, but we were getting there. But it's a fun game. It's another box. It's 1/2 inch white PVC box, and your dog will have a wonderful time. See, I got in his way. This is like a traffic jam. I just stepped across, and I honestly love doing stuff like this. You can put a mat out there, and that's actually how we start. We start with a mat, but it's another thing, especially for the puppies and for dogs that haven't done a lot of exercise. This is actually a really nice progression from your cardboard box work. So I hope that brought value to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing your box videos.